One, two, three, let's go!
Good morning, dear listeners. This is ANTANTA podcast channel. Today, I've invited special guests. They are Asya Kanbek and Aida Kimilbekova. We will discuss today's topic. So first of all, let's get acquainted. My name is Janerke Raimbek. I'm a host of this podcast. And Miss Aida, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Good morning, dear listeners of ANTANTA podcast channel. I'm indeed glad to be here in today's episode to participate there, and so I want to thank you, Janika, to inviting me.
Good day, I am Kanibek Asia. I'm speaking from Finland. I'm very grateful that you have invited me to your podcast. I hope we will have very informative and interesting conversation. Thank you.
Wow, I'm also glad that you have accepted my offer. And yeah, how is your life is going? What do you do in these days?
Here in Finland, I'm working in linguistical courses where we teach young people as well as adults, because all people, the age doesn't matter, all people need to be educated. And here we have a lot of experience with people with different backgrounds, so it's very interesting.
Actually, everything is awesome as I'm planning. So about the recent news, in Karagande, we opened a new course for the last year students, which is dedicated to raise their knowledge exactly in this language teaching sphere. Also about the linguistic, about the lexicology. We are kind of trying to help them to to strengthen their knowledge,
to help them
yeah.
in teaching, right?
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
that is
a great idea. But I wonder, I have one question. Is it for free?
And here I want to say that in order to make an omelette, you need to break some eggs.
Oh, katı gitmediniz mi? Okay, yeah. Also, yeah. On the other hand, this is very true. Yeah, time is money. Yeah, you are wasting your time, and yeah.
Of course, some mental, some physical resources as well.
So, what about you, Janierke? How is it going? What's new about your podcast and what's future plans?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm really good nowadays. I'm proud of myself, I could say. I have more than 5,000 followers, but they are conscious people. Yeah, also they are very, I could say, they always try to listen to my podcast and gain some knowledge from it. And I can't complain about this.
They are so passionate, yeah?
Yeah, they are so passionate and they always ask me questions, how do you this and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm really proud of my followers. Yeah, I really love my followers.
That's really fantastic. And as I mentioned recently, in one of the lessons, my students have mentioned about your podcast that they are really tracing each of the episodes. They are listening carefully and they are giving feedbacks, also leaving their comments. And they are mentioned that your voice is so smooth. They really like your tone of speech, so that's why they are really engaged, and so they really like your podcast.
Because it's very exciting. I love your topics, your conversation, your guests. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, you literally made my day. Thank you for this. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Dear our listeners, today's our episode is dedicated to the topic called lexicology. Aida, I guess we should first of all define what lexicology is. Lexicology is the study of forms, meanings, and usage of the words, right?
Yeah, and as lexicology, as the name itself suggests, the lexis means a word. And what is a word? And it's a crucial part of our everyday life, as as it creates our speech, our everyday conversations, our thoughts, our
Yeah, so I could say if there were no words, language wouldn't be existed. I
Sure,
guess. Yeah.
totally agree with you.
And we use words to in order to express ourselves, our inner opinions, feelings, and emotions.
Actually, the term lexicology came from ancient Greek. It consists two Greek morphemes, lexis, which means word or phrase, and logos, which means learning or department of knowledge. So the literal meaning of the term lexicology is the science of the word. We know that from etymology. Etymology is the study of word and how the meaning of the word have changed through the history.
Great. So, for example, let's take a word meat. Yeah, in the past, back in the Old English, it used to mean all edible things. Yeah, it literally meant food.
Yes.
But what about now?
Now it's kind of narrowed, and now it mostly related only to the one sort of food. Now it's flesh of the animal, but in ancient really, the people used to say like meat, everything. It could be a bread, it could be a carrot or an apple. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So, dear listeners, before we talked about the words itself, now it's time to talk about structure. Word is literally morpheme, and what is morpheme?
Yes, a morpheme is a short segment of language that meets three basic criteria. The first is it is a word that or part of word that has a meaning. The second, it cannot be divided into smaller segments, meaningful segments. And the last, it has relatively the same stable meaning in different verbal environment.
Yeah. So, dear followers and listeners, this concept probably reminds you your school days when we and you used to draw a line, used to and to find where suffix and root is. We used to draw a half circle above the root, and triangle above the suffix.
In English also we have, as well as the native affixes and the borrowed ones. About the borrowed ones, I want to mention about the meant in development and in enable. They are, for example, French affixes. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. So not only words were borrowed from other language, but also affixes. That's so incredible. Yeah, and it became like kind of native in English. Yeah.
And about the structural types of words.
Yeah, there are four types of words. Four types of structural words. First one is simple. Simple. For example, house, mouse, and the second one is derived words. Mouse. So funny example. So the second type is derived. For example, joyful. Joy, noun, and plus G adds full, the suffix or adjective, and it becomes adjective, joyful. And the next one is compound words, right? For example, Snow White. And the last one is derivation compounds, such as honeymooner. Great.
Yes, also there is one interesting concept. It is called conversion. Conversion in linguistics is word formation process in which word can be viewed in its different category.
That sounds interesting.
That sounds
Can you
interesting.
tell a bit more detail to me?
Let me provide one example. Let's take a word email. If I say I have received an email, it's a noun, right? I have received an email. It's a noun. So the second example is that I have to email to him. I have to email him. In this very moment, it serves as a verb. I have to email.
Right.
So yeah, we just changed the category without changing the form. It's also kind of, creative way of making new words.
And by the way, recently, my daughter asked me about what does mean such words like USA or NATO, and actually it was really difficult to explain her as she's a 5-year-old girl. So can we discuss it here? Maybe our audience also have such difficulties. Yeah, difficulties understanding.
Yep. So, since we are humans, we tend to talk less, to shorten words, yeah?
That's true.
In order not to make it difficult to pronounce it. So in your case, it's NATO. It stands for, if I'm not mistaken, North American Treaty Organization. But, it's so difficult. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So,
as human beings tend to forget everything so quickly, and we have a short attention span.
Yeah.
That's why it's really helpful, kind of.
Yeah, to shorten the words,
Yeah.
to make them better, to make them easier to pronounce, NATO, that's it, NATO. And if we discuss it deeper, so it's them taking, it's called acronym in lexicology. So we take only the initial letter and read it as a word, NATO. So when it comes to USA, as you may have noticed, USA, we are reading it as not a word, but as a alphabetical order, like USA, and it is called also alphabetical abbreviation.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
it is. Aida, do you remember what have you said at the beginning of this episode about